Crockett's Quay Bistro Ballina is recognised as a top quality bar and restaurant operated by Noel Regan, open 7 days a week. Crockett's Quay Bistro has won major awards in both the foods and drink industry. Call 096 789 30 to book a night to remember. You're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. This week, if you're a fan of cars, you're going to enjoy the show because we're not taking a look at ordinary cars, but very special ones indeed. Now, the North Mayo capital welcomed Cannonball Ireland to Ballina for Retro Cannonball, and Crockett's award-winning bistro at the Quay was the starting point for a two-day event featuring classic cars from the 60s, 70s and the 80s.
We got involved in Cannonball in 2019. It had previously been here in 2015. So when it came back again, we were very, very keen to do it because it's a huge event. It's great for the town, and you know, people are very good. People love to come out and see the cars. It's very, very important. A guy by the name of Brendan Mitchell, who owns this building, and he's very, very keen on these cars, and he has followed them for years and years. And because the Quay is such a wonderful setting for the cars, because you're down by the Moy, and they also have been treated very, very well by the people of Ballina as they come through, and they've gone around the town, and huge crowds have come out to support it in Ballina. These cars are pre-90, yes, and there's some fantastic cars in it. You've got Lamborghinis, you've got Ferraris, you've got down to Mini Coopers, and like they all have their own uniqueness. But look, it's something that I have a passion for, and they're great to see, and you see people from all ages coming out to look at cars. You know, they might not be able to own one or stuff like that, but we find that the owners of these cars are so amenable. They can't this time around, but they have prior to this let people sit in their cars, and it's an atmosphere. It's like a carnival atmosphere, and brought to Ballina. They love Ballina. Alan Bannon is the Cannonball Ireland representative. He manages and runs the show, and he's just been brilliant in their love of Ballina and wanting to bring it back over and over again. So this morning we have, I think, 75 cars lined up. So pretty much they're all going to meet here outside Crockett's on the banks of the Moy. They're going to meet out here about 9 o'clock. From there they will get organised. The registration is done since last night, and pretty much they line up all the way down along the docks. We have a start line organised for them. We have to be very careful. We've made sure there's barriers up, and then these cars will take off at about 10:30 in the morning. They go into town, they go around the bridges, they go up Pier Street and right around the town and down Hill Street, and finally turning back out along the bridge again, and they're heading on to Donegal from there, so out to Sligo Road. So everybody in town will get a great view of the cars. The full Cannonball is coming here again in September 23. So there's a lot of people that want to speak about that and try and get the word out for 23 as well. We love it because it brings atmosphere around the place. Again, the setting is wonderful. So the fact the cars are there, we're getting a good bit of weather as well. So hopefully that stays off throughout today, throughout this morning anyway, so that everybody can come and see the cars and line the streets. But to our business, it's just another, it's just icing on the cake to have things like this come out here, and we feel very honoured.
I've come from West Tyrone, just outside Omagh. A few years ago we had a friend who went on a Cannonball and told us how much fun it was, and me and my wife had always said it's something we would really, really love to do. So whenever we got the right car for the job and the first available Cannonball that we were able to get on, we put our names down. It's a 1974 Ford Escort Mark 1. It's done up to be a Mexico RS replica, so it's not original unfortunately, but you call it a resto mod. It's an old car restored with modern components. So pretty much everything's modernised inside it. Cost-wise, I wouldn't like to tell you.
Why not?
Because the wife's sitting beside me and she'd kill me. She doesn't know. It's my first time in Ballina. My wife has been here previously. She grew up in this neck of the woods, so it's my first time down here, and I have to say it's as beautiful as she described it. I'm looking forward to getting to meet people, to see the variety of vehicles on the road, and just to take in some of the scenery in west of Ireland. Some of the roads, they're fantastic driving roads, and it's just the camaraderie and the fun.
Letterkenny, County Donegal.
And would you take part in many cannonball runs?
We do. This will be our 4th run.
Is this your first time in Mayo for this run?
For this one, yeah.
And what's it like coming through the county?
Oh, it's good. It's nice, beautiful county.
Yeah. And what about Ballina?
Oh, we've been in Ballina a few times now, so it's not our first rodeo in Ballina, so we've stayed up here in a few hotels. So.
Now everybody wants to know this fabulous Ferrari. Would you tell me about it?
Well, this is a 1991 Ferrari 348. We really only bought it a couple of months ago to do the specific run, because this is it's older cars in this run. When we do the other cannonball runs, it's a different car. It's a newer type car. So this one was just bought specifically to do the older runs, you know.
And where did you get it? Were you on the lookout for one of these?
I was on the lookout for it for about 2 or 3 months, and I seen one in the UK, so we bought the one that was in the UK.
And happy with it so far?
This is really the first run out, isn't it?
Yeah. And you've brought some company with you as well?
We have. This is my wife, Anne-Marie. She goes on all the cannonballs with us.
Yeah. Great. Well, look, of course, they're heading back up to your county as well as part of this run.
I believe so, yeah. We're heading up to Donegal. We're going up to Letterkenny. We're going to do a tour around the northwest, so that'll be familiar to us. So.
Okay, look, and enjoy the run.
Thank you very much.
Mags, Chamber of Commerce very much supportive of the Cannonball Run coming to the town.
Yeah, we are absolutely delighted to welcome it back again, Henry. It was such a big success a couple of years back, 2019, when it came, brought big crowds, brought loads of energy, brought visitors and locals out, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's a great pleasure and indictment of how brilliant the town is going when we welcome the Cannonball back to Mayo.
And of course, they seem to enjoy coming back to the county, and particularly Ballina. They seem to get a great welcome here.
All the time. I know the guys here down in Crockett's on the quay, and Noel and all the team here welcome them back. The whole of Ballina comes out to welcome them. All our hospitality providers and our bars and restaurants, all delighted to see the people coming into Ballina and enjoying the really great service and the facilities that we have in the town. So it's just such a great experience to welcome Cannonball back to Ballina again.
And it's great for tourism in the area, over bed accommodation, the hotels, everybody.
Yeah, it is a circular economy. They come in, they spend their money. It's a charity event, which is the whole crux of what the event is all about. So when we welcomed the Cannonball back to Ballina in 2019, we had thousands of people came out. They brought the colour, they brought the music, they brought the carnival atmosphere. The whole town was full of a festival environment because Cannonball was in town. They drove through the town, they drove around the bridges of the River Moy. The drones were out, the energy was high, the guards came out and supported us. It was magic, it was spectacular, and we're only delighted that they came back in 2021 to bring a bit of colour back into the town and bring a bit of happiness and joy as well. We are really looking forward to a massive big event that we're planning at the moment. It's Ballina 2023. It's the 300th year anniversary of the formal establishment of Ballina as a town. Now, we all know that Ballina is a lot older than that. It's very much an old cultural and heritage town, but the formal establishment will be acknowledged in 2023, and as part of that event, we're organising a 1-year-long event celebrating Ballina, celebrating the past, the present and the future, looking at our community, our sporting events, our arts and culture and our commerce as well. So it just gives us a great excuse to party, and after the last few years that we've had, boy do we need a party. So we're really looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to bringing Cannonball back for a big extravaganza festival.
Isn't this a wonderful event here this morning? You're very welcome, Henry. All of you are very welcome here to this Retro Cannonball once again to Ballina. Who would ever think this time last year that this event would occur? But we're getting there. We're doing very well. And as you can see, Ballina this morning at the quay is full of vibrancy. Here we are at the most gorgeous location, as you just said yourself a few moments ago. Where could you get it? We're so thrilled. And in just in a few moments we'll be sending them off on their way via Sly going up, I think to Belfast they're going then. I'm delighted to be launching the event. This is the third time it's been in Ballina, and now that I'm the car here, like, I'm delighted. Some fabulous cars there, so I hope they will be seen and that people recognise them. I think, you know, that's part of our event. That's why we're here this morning. I think they're going to Sligo and then onto Belfast from here. So they'll be going up the town, down the Sligo road and away. So people are asked to line the routes on the way. It's been well documented. So I've already seen the people in the Scrone coming up here this morning, and from the other end of Ballina, they're all here to see the cars. And of course, boys will love the cars anyway. I see a lot of men up there, and they're all looking at the fabulous cars. Some beauties. You know, COVID, I have to say, has been detrimental for the whole area, for the world. But some good has come out of it, and we're seeing it now. We're seeing the benefits of it. Ballina has been booming all this summer, absolutely booming. It still is. Go uptown now, and it's full of activity. The street is pedestrianised from tomorrow on. They're going to show the match. The big screen is going to be on Pure Street, and they're bringing the match to all the people in Mayo. 200 is the limit, naturally, because of COVID. And hopefully we'll be all shouting for Mayo to beat Dublin tomorrow. A lot is happening. We have the 2023 next year, Ballina celebration 300 years. Now Ballina naturally is a lot older than that, but this is a chance to showcase what we have in Ballina. There's a bit of the fantastic committee up and running, and you met some of the members this morning, and there's a lot of ambition for it, and everybody's invited. It'll be a year's event, a year-long event, and everybody's invited to bring their ideas to the table. And by God, we've had a meeting already in the chamber 2 weeks ago in the municipal district, and some fabulous ideas coming along, and more to come on stream later on. So we're all looking forward to that, and we hope that our President, Joe Biden, ancestral home here in Ballina, will be able to join us for the 2023 celebration. And I hope if this event goes out that he will see it, because I'm now extending the invitation to President Biden to come to Ballina for the 2023 celebrations, where his heart is. He absolutely loves Ballina, and we look forward to that.
Ballina Chamber of Commerce promoting and supporting the economic well-being of local businesses. Ballina is a great town to work, live and enjoy.
Well, we're here in Ballina. We're just about to start Retro Cannonball. People are starting to register now. A bit more complicated this year because we've got to go through all our COVID checks and everything. Fully compliant, of course. We always get a brilliant welcome in Ballina. Really good. There's a great Cannonball family here. So everyone's coming in here. They're going to register. They're going to get their packs. They find out where they're going. They get all their checks done. We've checked their vaccinations, do all of that, and then we're ready for road about 10:30. The Hope Foundation is our charity this year. Now, so far, Cannonball has raised 1,125,000 for charities since we began. So this year we decided to reach out to the Hope Foundation because they're a wonderful Irish charity based in India. They're based in Kolkata, which is formerly Calcutta. So they work with the street children of Calcutta, and that's who we want to help this year. They've had a really tough time because they've had to battle COVID, and they've so much going on over there, and they still manage to look after those little children. So they've 60 projects. They've got 11 Hope protection homes, because these little street children are just left on the streets, you know, and it's very close to our hearts, you know. So we want to raise as much money as we can. We'll be raising money here at Retro and also the big Cannonball in September. So it's very, very simple. Anybody who wants to help us or to donate to this brilliant cause, all you have to do is go into any of our social media channels, and we have our own Cannonball page on the Hope Foundation website. Just click through the link and you can donate. You can help us any way you can, because they're a fantastic charity.
And how is the donation going so far?
Well, we just started, so we're just kicking off now. We're excited. We're going to try, we're aiming, our goal is to fund 15 projects. But you see, our euro goes so far in India. Like, for example, one of the projects we want to fund is, it costs 1,500 euros, right? And that will clothe 25 little girls for a whole year. Like a whole year, you know. So there's another one. It's a 10,000 euro project that we're trying to fund, and that will feed an entire Hope protection home of boys for a whole year. So I mean that's incredible. So between this and Cannonball and all the donations we get, people can donate €10, €5, €2, anything they like, and all of the money goes straight to India. So it's brilliant. In their pack, we've been doing this for 12 years, so I think we've really got it right. Alan Bannon runs a tight ship, and he's got everything really well organised. So basically, everyone gets their itinerary, where they're going. Some follow it, some don't. But anyway, we can only try. Everybody gets these, and these are a bit of a collector's item now. So some people have these since 2008, and they're quite sought after. So and these also, we've gone to America and we've gone to Scotland and across Europe, and so there's a few of these around. But anyway, so everyone gets these. They get their pack, and they get their goodie bag, and they get some information about hope, and then we all go on our merry way and hope that we all stay together. And the guards are amazing as well. They're brilliant. They've always been brilliant with us, to work with us, and they normally bring us out of towns and into towns. We try to stay in convoy as much as we can. We are asking people this year to keep their distance. We have COVID marshals, so the COVID marshals will be checking and wear masks if there's a good few people. But it's all outdoors. There's a great atmosphere, and please God, it'll be really successful again.
We set up Cannonball, the main event, in 2009. Retro is a spin-off from that. It's our third annual event. So it's a big road trip over the weekend. We start here in Ballina and we finish in Belfast on Saturday evening. So we start here tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and we finish in Belfast. So it's like a big drive with a car and twos. We have 77 cars in this year's. Yeah, it's a big increase from last year. And our main event, which we would normally have here in September, would have 160, 170 cars. So Ballina is a no-brainer for us because we always get a great welcome, and there's a great committee here to get things done. So we're looking forward to coming back in 2023 for the big year, for the big celebration. Well, for this event here, it's a classic car event, so we have cars going back from the 60s. We have a gorgeous Ferrari Dino who's going to make an appearance here tonight, an amazing car. We actually got a few Ferraris, a few classic Ferraris in it, some classic Porsches, and so old Jags and Escorts and Cosworths and a whole collection of cars. So that's for our classic cars. Our main event in September will be for more sports cars, your modern Porsches, Lamborghinis, McLarens. I think the celebrations that you're going to have in place here for this year, for 2023, would fit very well with Cannonball as well. Some of the crowds we've seen here in the past have been unreal, but that comes down to the committee that's here, the organisation that's put in place here. The local Gardaí have been excellent, and there's a really good appetite for it here, and people here get things done, so it's easy for us to come back. And I mean that genuinely, it is. Ballina, we have some amazing finishes here.
Looking forward to taking part of the run yourself?
Yes, yeah, looking forward to it, yeah, can't wait now, yeah. We've been closed for 18 months, so it's great to get back now. Yeah.
Well, enjoy the trip.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
So this is the Retro Cannonball Run, so it is cars from the older years, I suppose, and it's been really well supported by voluntary groups in the town. So the stewards here this morning from Ballina Community Cleanup Group, from Mayo Motor Club, and from Ballina Lions Club, all helping out, all delighted to see an event happening in the town again. It's been a really busy summer here. We've had an awful lot of staycationers, obviously. A lot of people coming to the more undiscovered parts of the country, and North Mayo has really benefited from that over the last couple of years. So we've had a really exceptionally busy summer here. As anyone in the hotel and hospitality industry will tell you, they ran off their feet, so long may it last, and it's just great to see so many new faces around the area as well. We've the Red Bull Cliff Diving Championships happening here in mid-September. We've lots of different things happening, I suppose, at the moment. Lots of development on the tourism side, kind of more medium to long-term projects. We're looking at great developments out in Ballycastle in terms of walking routes and things like that. There's always improvements being made to that. I suppose we are building for the future, very much so, but it'll be really exciting here to see the cliff diving here for starters. We're also starting to work really hard now on planning Ballina 2023, which will be a year celebration for the town. You'll be hearing more about that in due course as well. So I think that'll really set the stage for much bigger things to come in the future.
Finally, have you an interest in cars?
I don't mind them. I don't mind them. Looking forward now to getting out and having a look at the different kind of cars. I was down here last night now, and there was a great buzz down here last night, and lots of different types of cars down here. So and everyone at the town loves it. It's great to see that the route facilitated by Garda Síochána, all the cars are going to be going up and doing a lap of the town as well. So everyone will get a chance to see them as well. So it's great. It's always a great occasion when Cannonball comes to town, and we're really hoping that this won't be the last time we do that. They'll be back to us again.
How's the Mark Duffy? Good to see you. You're trying out one of these cars that are running out today.
Yeah, it's a great buzz here, Henry, this morning. We're just we're lucky we have a roof on this car here, just keeping us from the rain. But there's a great buzz here, and it's all for a worthy cause at the Retro Cannonball. So I have a trusted sidekick here, Shamey Rice. He's with the Ballina Men's Shed, and there's good volunteers from the community clean-up here, just making sure that everything goes without a hitch this morning. But it's great buzz, and it's great to see a bit of life back in the quay with the Cannonball, and that it's returned to Ballina again.
Yeah. Well, would you be a fan of classic cars?
Absolutely, yeah. I have a great interest in it, and it's just great to see all the different models that are here today. But there's a few classics and a few modern ones as well, so there's something for everyone, which is great. So there's a lot of children around who are admiring all the different cars as well, so it's great to see it. Yeah.
And also it's a great weekend for Mayo because they're playing. I know you've got a big screen in the town as well.
Yeah, so we're hoping there's a trial pedestrianisation of Pier Street ongoing at the moment. So a big screen tomorrow evening on Saturday evening for the game. So fingers crossed that the weather holds off, and more importantly that the lads do the business on the day. So looking forward to it. It should be a good buzz. Yeah.
So it's a big weekend for Ballina, isn't it?
It's a big weekend for Mayo, yeah, but and Ballina, yeah. So all going well here, thankfully. But onwards and upwards.
Ed, a lot of people are interested in walking on and having a look at this car. It's a very special one, isn't it?
Yeah, 1972 Dino Gts Ferrari. So it doesn't hold a normal badge of Ferrari because it was like a prototype car that his son built, and he wanted to see how it went before they badged it a Ferrari. But it was he subsequently died and broke the dad's heart. So this is the Maiden Run. We literally collected this on Monday. We're running it in as we speak. We had a couple of different issues with it yesterday, but it seems to be all ironed out now, and it's running like a dream. So this is its first run. So I've a few different cars, and what we do is we'd run them around Ireland on different runs to get a sense of them and get a feel for them, and then took them up then for the next run.
Will it be a fast car in this run out to Letterkenny?
It is a pretty fast car now, but it's still old. So it's coming up to 50 years old. So it doesn't take the bumps. It doesn't take going over a bump too fast, you know. So.
Okay. And why is it marked number 1?
Because we're the sponsor. So Brewery is the sponsor for this year's Cannonball. It has been for the last couple of years. So that's why.
Okay. Well, look, and enjoy the trip. You're confident that it'll be a nice smooth run on day
No,
one?
not at all. You're never confident. I've a bag of tools, 2 jump starters, and a mechanic following 3 days. Well, one of our friends is a mechanic, so we're always on standby for trying to get them going again if they break down. But sure, look, last couple of years it's been great, no issues. So fingers crossed it'll be the same this year. So.
Well, enjoy the drive.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, see you now.
Well, that brings us to the end of the programme. I hope you enjoyed our show featuring all these wonderful cars. A special word of thanks to Ballina Chamber of Commerce and to Crockett's award-winning bistro at the Quay for sponsoring the programme. So until next week at the same time, slán go fóill.